This one is coming from Zach Avery Davin. Given the choice, other than David Cook, who would you want to
be in a showdown with? Of the finalists of American Idol. Stick to the finalists. Yeah. You have like Fantasia Barrino, Carrie Underwood, Adam Lambert, Chris Allen, Bo Bice. Your choice.
I don't really like showdowns. I mean,
like a finale.
What's so nice about David Cook is that we got to know each other very well, and we're able to relate to each other because it's kind of like
the same thing.
Yeah, we were going through the same thing, so we kind of we understood that it wasn't about going against each other. We weren't there for that. We were just like, so it was. I was really glad to be there with him because he just. It wasn't like a showdown. We weren't competing against each other, and it wasn't about comparing each other to each other. And so that's why I'm so surprised. I don't know why I got that far on American Idol because I just am not competitive, and I don't like comparing myself to other people.
We know how you got there because everybody. The Philippines was divided. Cook or Archuleta. It really was. It was so clear. All right.
Oh man. Well, yeah. I mean, because it's like, man, just everyone. I don't know. Just it's like you being fans of both of us.
Yeah,
we don't because we're not competitive towards each other. So that's what's funny about it.
Just a little serious. Going a little serious. Somebody, Tyler Swift, sent us in. Yes, Tyler, not Taylor. Tyler Swift. It's very big in the States now, the campaign against bullying. It'll get better. But Tyler wanted to know, have you ever been a victim of bullying yourself? Before you became who you are, have you ever been a victim of, people pushing you around?
Yeah. I think most people actually go through that. Some in some way or some form, but I think when you are kind of more quiet and you don't have as much confidence, you're an easy target. And I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. I felt like everyone else was so much more above me, and so people really could take advantage of that aspect of me. And it's challenging. It's interesting, but the people, I think what really helped me were the friends I had, that I did have.
The support.
I was very distant, but there are people who just, even though I didn't want to talk to anyone, I was very quiet. I would go, I'd eat lunch by myself. I'd go just straight, and then when I was done, I would just go wander off by myself. And I was very loner kind of person. But there are people who just, even though I was like, oh, I don't want anyone coming up to me or anything like that, there are people who came up anyway, and people who still, they would invite me to eat lunch with them. Sometimes I would say, oh, it's okay. But there are some people who, they just would continue inviting me anyway, ask me how I was doing. And even though I was like, why are they talking to me? At the same time, I was like, wow, people actually are talking to me and care enough to, that's what really helped me. So that's what I really learned. It's so important to just say hi to people. Yeah. Simple things, because it means so much to them. And you don't know what it could do for them. It could totally make their day. Yeah. Like for me, even though I acted, or I kind of told myself I don't want anyone talking to me, when someone would genuinely just ask how I was doing and invite me to come sit with them or invite me to come hang out with them, I was like, why are they asking me to hang out with them? I'm not going to say, it's going to be awkward. I'm not going to say anything. But they just did it anyway. And so it really, for me, it's like, I would go home and be like, wow. I mean, it's like, that's so cool that they came up. It's like, it meant a lot to me. And now I've realized how much it can do for other people. Yeah. So really make your way to go out and say hi to people, even if they're quiet, because you don't know what it can do for them.
Those people are so lucky that they came up to you when you weren't famous. They're thinking, yeah, right move.
And some of those people, they're still some of my very good friends. Yeah. And it's just been cool to see how, them simply reaching out has made a difference and has really helped me. And now also me getting to do that for other people. the friends that I've made, it's like I had to maybe go out of my way a little bit to say hi to them, or ask how they're doing, or invite them to something.
And it means a lot.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Question number 3 from Mylene Batol. Had you won American Idol, how different do you think your life would be from the life you have now?
Had I won? Well, I just don't. I really feel like I don't think. I mean, no matter what happened, if anything had worked differently, I still don't think I would have won, because I don't think that's what was supposed to happen. So it's like if something else happened, maybe I would have gone off the show even sooner. I don't know. But I mean, if I did win, I don't know if. I don't think anything would really be different other than having that title of, you know, oh, you won American Idol. I don't know. I just feel like I don't like changing things in the past, because I feel like it
happened for a reason.
Yeah, it happened for a reason. Even if it's the way other people didn't expect it to happen, or if you didn't expect it to happen, I always feel like, okay, what do you learn from this? Or you know, I mean, or something like that. I was really fine with not winning.
Yeah.
I mean, I just couldn't believe that I
reached that far.
Yeah, I mean.
Are you serious? Are you real?
Yeah.
Have you hurt yourself?
No. Well, just like all the other people there.
Oh, that's true.
From the auditions, from the thousands of people at the first audition, and there's still like a couple thousand people at the next audition, and then there's still hundreds of people. Just like every single round, there's such amazing singers. So it's like, what makes me different? You know, it's like I like to sing. So does everyone else here. So it's like, and everyone else has amazing voices. So what makes it different? And so I felt like the thing that I have to keep doing is showing that I love, you know, why I love music. And that's the only thing I felt like I could express, or be any way I could be of use while I was there.
All right, so one final question from Jesley. Would you do a song, or maybe do something with your career that is outside of your comfort zone? Because, you know, you've got a certain image. You know, your songs are very positive. They're very safe for kids. You know, a lot of singers, a lot of performers, actors, especially the ones who started out as kids, like child performers, they do, when they get older, they try to do something very drastic to make sure they cross over to tell everyone, look, I'm an adult now. You don't have to treat me like a kid. Do you consider something like that? Since you are, very young, and before you know it, you'll be an adult. And so, do you consider something moving outside of your comfort zone someday?
Well, you see, for me, like looking at from my point of view, I have been stepping out of my comfort zone, because for so long I just told myself that's not going to happen, or I wouldn't be able to do that, or I can't do that. And so the first album was a huge step out of my comfort zone. And even this next album, because so many people are telling you to make this kind of music, you have to do this certain kind. So in that environment, I was out of my, what seems like the comfortable thing to do is just to do what everyone is telling you, just to make everyone happy. Okay, I'll just do what they say. And it was hard, because I was like, no, I want to do this. I want to try this. And it was kind of scary, because with this album, I did do something very different from before in being positive. And it's like almost I was like, will I come across as cheesy almost? I mean, because it's very easy for me to be cheesy. And it's not hard for me to do that. But it's like, no, I need to do this. I don't, it may not be the most attractive, hip, edgy thing, but it's what I need to do. And that was hard, because so many people are like, oh, you do this, and oh, where are all the love songs, and love, and things like that. And it was hard. It was stepping out of my comfort zone by doing what I felt I needed to do, instead of just going with what everyone else was telling me. Because I was I'm kind of a follower. I do, with like, oh, I just want to make people happy.
Yeah.
But this time it's like, I need to do what I feel is the right thing. And what and so it was...
It is your name and face on the cover.
Yeah, so it was stepping out of my comfort zone doing that, because it wasn't something that was easy to do. Even though it was, with the first album, I wasn't really able to do that. I wasn't able to do the positive thing, because hear a bunch of songs, recording them and stuff like that.
You had more control in this one.
Yeah, and I had to fight for it too. It wasn't just like it wasn't just like, oh, I want to do my thing now, and I'm gonna see how I'm trying to figure it out. And it wasn't just like, okay. It was like,
This is what I want.
like it was a challenge, but I learned a lot from it. And with the next thing, I feel like you have to step out of your comfort zone to feel accomplished and to feel fulfilled. This is the next album. I will try something a little different, but I still like to keep it in a certain. I like to do. I mean, for music, what I want to do with music in my life, I want people to just feel good. I want them to have a different perspective of life, and this is just kind of the first step. And this is my first attempt at trying it kind of the goofy, kind of dorky, fun way. The next album, I want to try some more kind of serious stuff, and it'll be a completely different challenge. But we'll see how I can find a mixture and balance of songs and things.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was David Archuleta with the questions from the fans. One last thing, your fans always want to hear your voice.
Hello, Metro Manila. This is David Archuleta, and you are tuned in to the Monster RX 93.1.